Hi everyone, welcome to the next session. In the previous class, we discussed about report speech, how direct speech will be changed into indirect speech. So before writing the answer, we have to discuss some important aspects. Number one, identification of sentence. Number two, identification of changing words. Number three, identification of reporting verb. So we have noticed that there are 5 kinds of sentences: assertive, means declarative statements. Second one, interrogatives. Number 3, imperatives. Number 4, exclamatory. And number 5, optative. The reporting verbs for statements: told, said, replied and answered. Reporting verbs of interrogative sentence: asked, enquired or queried. Imperative sentence के लिए ordered, requested, commanded, advised, asked or told. Exclamatory sentence: exclaimed. Optative sentence: prayed, wished, blessed, cursed, etc. So we notice how the words are changed. Is will be changed into was were into had been, am into was, has have into had, will into would, shall would or should, can, could, may, might, must, had to, do or does into did into had plus third form. I will be changed into he or she, my, his or her, me, him or her, we into they, our, their, us, them, you, he, she, they, we, you, according to the subject. अगर you object है तो it will be changed into him, her, them, etc. 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 This into that, these, those, here, there, now, then, ago, before, thus, so, today, that day, yesterday, the previous day, tomorrow, the next day, tonight, that night. So we noticed how assertive sentences are changed into indirect speech. He said, I can solve this problem. So the sentence starts with a subject and ends with a full stop. So it is assertive sentence. Assertive sentence. सबसे पहले who, he. Reporting verb said. अगर इधर listen है तो said will be changed into told. इन्वर्टर को हटा दिया, wrote that. I will be changed into he or she. Here he is the speaker, then he. Can will be changed into could. Solve, this will be changed into that problem. And now please note, अगर sentence के अंदर auxiliary verb नहीं है तो verb will be changed. So please note, if there are no auxiliary verbs in the sentence, the verb will be changed. It's an important rule. अगर सेंटेंस के अंदर auxiliary verb है तो verb नहीं चेंज होगा. अगर auxiliary verb नहीं है तो verb जरूर चेंज होगा. How? First verb will be changed into second verb. Yes verb will be changed into second verb. Yes verb means verbs end with yes, and second verb will be changed into had plus third form. So please remember the rule. अगर sentence के अंदर auxiliary verb नहीं है तो the verb will be changed. How? फर्स्ट वर्ब एंड यस वर्ब ये दोनों चेंज होगा सेकंड वर्ब में. Second verb will change into had plus third form. So we shall practice the questions. Please listen. Raghav said, I saw a beautiful film. Here, in this sentence, there is no auxiliary verb. So look at the verb saw. Second verb. Second verb will be changed into had plus third form. Raghav said. Inverted comma हटा दिया. That I will be changed according to the speaker. Raghav he. Then so second verb will be changed into had plus third form. He had seen a beautiful film. Vikas said to Radha, I make paper birds. I make paper birds. There are no auxiliary verbs inside I make paper birds. So अगर auxiliary verb नहीं है तो verb will be changed. Make first verb it will be changed into second form because here listen verb है तो told Radha inverted comma हटा दिया wrote that I will be changed into he or she because he. Make first verb will be changed into second form. He made paper birds. Did you get it? So if there are no auxiliary verbs in the sentence, the verb will be changed. First verb and the verbs end with yes will be changed into second form. And the second form will be changed into had plus third form. Please note these questions down. Number 1. The man said to the boy, I have travelled a long way. Number 2. She said, I am working in a salt factory. Number 3. Kiran said to her mother, I prepared a sweet dish. Number 4. The doctor said to the patient, you are very tired. Question number 5. Ram said, I wrote an interesting story. Question number 6. Keshav said to Anil, I shall bring all the documents. Number 7. The boy said, I corrected the errors. Number 8. Rokis said to Rahul, I have solved the puzzle. More questions will be given to you for your practice. Next one. We are going to discuss how interrogative sentences are changed into reported speech. Rule. Please note it down. Who asked whom plus question words. What, if or whether plus subject plus auxiliary verb plus verb plus the remaining parts plus full stop. The speaker asked listener, then question word. And you know that there are two types of interrogatives. One begins with the question word and another begins with an auxiliary verb. अगर interrogation auxiliary verb से शुरू होते हैं, so you have to add if or whether. अगर question word है तो you have to write the question word. Then question word के बाद subject, then auxiliary verb, then verb and the remaining part, then finally full stop. Tom said to Seema, Why are you crying? So look at the sentence. Tom said to Seema, why are you crying? Tom asked Seema. Inverted comma हटा दिया. Then question word why. Question word के बाद you have to write the subject. The subject here is you. You will be changed according to the listener, Seema. So she. R changes into was or were. She was crying. Then add full stop. The man said to the lady, are you writing the report? So here the interrogation starts with an auxiliary verb. हमेशा याद रखना auxiliary verb start होते ही if or whether. The man asked the lady. Then the question begins with an auxiliary verb. So if or whether, if, then subject you. You will be changed according to the listener, the lady. If she, R changes into was or were, if she was writing the report. So let us practice some more questions. Look at the question. Anand said to his friend, have you finished the work? So, as the rule says, Anand asked his friend. So, the interrogation begins with an auxiliary verb. Have. So, if or whether, if, you will be changed into Anand said to his friend. Friend may either be male or female. So, you can add either she or he. Have changes into had finished the work. Those who don't know about the auxiliary verbs, please note them down. Auxiliary verbs means helping verbs, supporting verbs. There are 24 helping verbs in English. They are of two types, primary and modals. Primary auxiliary verbs can be classified into three. They are do, be, and have. Do, did, and does. Be, is, am, are, was, were. Have, has, have, had. So there are 11 primary auxiliary verbs. Do, did, does. Is, are, was, were, and has, have, had. Models. Will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, need, dare, ought to, and used to. There are 13 modal auxiliary verbs. Totally, there are 24 helping verbs. Is, are, was, were, has, have, had, do, did, does. Will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, need, dare, ought to, and used to. So, if the interrogation begins with any one of these auxiliary verbs, you have to use if or whether. Please note these questions down for your practice. Number 1. Sonu said to Kabir, have you sent the parcel? Number 2. Arjun said to Aditi, how did you unlock the page? Number 3. The master said to the servant, did you prepare the food? Number 4. Kajal said to her mother, when will my father come? Then Komal said to Mihir, will you do me a favor? Now, an important thing. If there are do or does in interrogative, it will not be changed into second form, but the verb will be changed into second form. अगर इंटरोगेटिव सेंटेंस में डू और डस है तो डिड में नहीं बदलना, बट वर्ब को चेंज करके सेकंड फॉर्म में लिखा. लुक एट द क्वेश्चन. द मैन said to the boy, why do you eat sand? Here, the man asked the boy, question word, why? So, you know, after question word we have write the subject, you, changes into he. Then auxiliary would do it. So here we have noticed that अगर question में do or does है तो we have to change the verb into second form. Eat का second form, ate sand. Next question. He said to her, does your son sing well? Look at the question. He said to her, does your son sing well? So the question starts with an auxiliary verb. He asked her. So since the question begins with an auxiliary verb, if or whether, if, your changes into her son, अगर do or does है तो verb will be changed. Sing, sang. Well. Look at the question. The shopkeeper said to the little girl, what do you want? So the answer, the shopkeeper asked the little girl, question word what? The shopkeeper asked the little girl, question word what? After question word subject, you, she, want, do है तो second verb, wanted. Did you get it? अगर sentence के अंदर do or does है तो the verb will be changed into second form. Please note down these questions for your practice. Question number 1. The manager said to the candidate, do you use alcohol? Number 2. Kamal said to Sita, where do you live? Number 3. Ankit said to Vijay, do you believe in ghosts? Rishi said to Rashi, does your father work in a farm? Question number 5. Neelima said to Anurag, how do you solve difficult problems? All these 5 questions have do or does inside. So do or does है तो the verb will be changed into second form. Please remember that. Now we are going to discuss the next rule. Now we are going to discuss about imperative sentences. How imperative sentences can be changed into indirect speech. Look at the rule. Who, speaker, plus ordered, requested, commanded, advised, asked, told. If you cannot identify whether it is order, request, command, advice, then you can use asked or told. Then listener, to or not to. If the sentence begins with don't, use not to. Then first verb. For example, the policeman said to the thief, stand on that table. So the policeman said to the thief. So you can easily understand that it is an order. The policeman ordered whom? The thief. Then you can use to. Then first verb, stand on that table. Next sentence. The doctor said to the patient, don't use alcoholic drinks. So you can easily understand that it is an advice given by a doctor. So the doctor advised the patient, don't, not to. The doctor advised the patient not to use alcoholic drinks. Did you get it? The commander said to the soldiers, obey what I say. So the commander said to the soldiers, it is a command. The commander commanded the soldiers to obey. First verb, obey what he. Here another sentence is this, what I say. Here no auxiliary verb there. Say is first verb. Then the first verb will be changed into second verb. So let us practice some more questions. The old lady said to the boy, please give me a cup of water. So it is a request. The old lady requested the boy to, please हट जाएगा, to give me, changes according to the listener. Sorry, according to subject, old lady. So the old lady requested the boy to give her a cup of water. Look at the second question. The gardener said to the boys, don't pluck flowers. It can be an order or a request. So if you are confused, you can use ask. The gardener asked the boys not to pluck flowers. So if you think that it is an order, the gardener ordered the boys not to pluck flowers. So if you think it's as a request, the gardener requested the boys not to pluck flowers. The manager said to the peon, take that file. It is an order. The manager ordered the peon to take that file. Fourth one, the priest said to the children, obey the rules of the ashram. It can be an advice. The priest advised the children to obey the rules of the ashram. So we have already discussed the three types of sentences. One, assertive sentence. Who plus said that or told whom that plus subject plus auxiliary verb plus बाकी जो है write down. Second one, interrogative sentences. Who plus asked whom. Then question word. If there are no question words, you have to add if or whether. Means अगर इंट्रोगेटिव सेंटेंस के शुरुआत में एक auxiliary verb है तो if और whether यूज करना. Then after that subject. Subject के बाद आएगा auxiliary verb. उसके बाद आएगा verb. Then third one, imperative sentence. Who ordered, requested, commanded, advised, asked, told plus listener to or not to plus first verb, etc. So you will get more questions for your practice. I hope you have got a clear picture about what I have taught in the class. So you will get more questions for your practice, and we shall resume the class later. Thank you.